Welcome to T-News 9 channel. Today, we're diving into a chilling chapter from the gripping novel, The Cases That Wait. This is chapter 16, titled A Name I Avoided. Some files don't stay closed. They just wait. It's a lesson you learn the hard way in this line of work. You think you've moved on, put the past behind you, sealed it shut in a manila folder destined to gather dust in some forgotten archive. But the truth is, some cases have a life of their own. They breathe in the dark, they whisper in the quiet moments, and they wait for the perfect time to crawl back into the light. For me, that time was now. I was sitting at my desk, the city lights painting blurry streaks on the window, a half-empty glass of whiskey in my hand. The amber liquid was supposed to dull the edges, to quiet the ghosts, but tonight, it wasn't working. I was sifting through a stack of cold cases, a grim routine I'd developed over the years. Most were just names and dates, tragedies reduced to ink on paper. But then, one file, thin and unassuming, caught my eye. I flipped it open, and that's when it happened. A name I hadn't allowed myself to think about, let alone speak, for nearly a decade. The name hit me harder than the whiskey ever could, a punch to the gut that stole the air from my lungs. Evan Miller, age 8, missing. Suddenly, I wasn't in my office anymore. I was back then, standing on the muddy bank of a swollen river, the rain plastering my hair to my face. The scent of damp earth and decay filled my senses. I had tried to bury that case deep, so deep I almost convinced myself it was gone. I told myself it was different from the others. I told myself I did everything right, followed every lead, exhausted every possibility. But a small, nagging voice in the back of my mind, a voice that sounded a lot like my own conscience, always whispered the truth. You didn't. You missed something. You failed him. The river had been the main suspect, a hungry, churning beast that swept away everything in its path. We searched for weeks, but it kept its secrets locked tight in its murky depths. They say what goes into the rivers always return what they take.